The old coyote's howling. Let's get on with the show.
Welcome to Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse, Airport Road in Weatherford, and they do have the curbside delivery if you still want to do that. They're going to keep their car hops, and then also, of course, it's inside dining now where you're able to dine safely away from one another, and they're not putting mannequins in the empty booths. There's a restaurant up north that's doing that to make it less awkward. Like, what? Eating with mannequins. Haley Kliewer joining us in the studio. Hello, ma'am.
Good morning.
Appreciate you coming on behalf of the Weatherford Chamber.
Thanks for having me.
How's chamber life?
It's there.
Is it there? It's there? Are things better? We're in like phase 7 now. I'm just kidding. Phase 2, I think, of reopening, which has had to help some, right?
Yeah.
Businesses are kind of opening
the doors.
It's good
to see people downtown.
Yeah.
Where for a month it's pretty sad.
Drive through there, yeah. I was like, oh, where's all the people at? But no, it's been good. And then people, and I think Weatherford was really good, and a lot of towns were really good about it, but kind of adapting to the I guess the forced changes.
Yes. And I felt like even though we couldn't go shop or go out to eat, the locals still wanted to support. So, you know, it forced everybody to kind of think outside the box. Yeah. And I think the town appreciated that.
The weather turning nice again, and so I think we're going to talk about that, find out, what's the plans if, this is when we as a city like to get out. We like to go, whether it be Route 66 nights or whether it be the movies in the park or whether it be you're just doing some shopping. There's all kinds of reasons. So we'll kind of find out what your thoughts are and plans and seeing how long are we supposed to not do that stuff or when are we allowed to gather. I saw there was a park in New York. I think they painted those big white circles in it like every 6 feet, and that's where your family could have a picnic. And, so I don't know. I don't know how the rules are anymore, but I definitely, people are going stir crazy,
yes.
And we're ready to get out of the house. So
yes.
Looking for any reason.
What?
It's not your turn. You say, yeah, we'll talk about that next.
I was just waiting to see. So anyway, yes, we'll be chatting with Haley Kliewer. She's our guest this morning on Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse.
The new Van and John Show is sponsored by Shepherd Home Health and Hospice.
Lucille's Roadhouse is back open, normal hours for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Lucille's team has cleaned from top to bottom and everywhere in between and are now ready to open their lobby as safely as possible. Seating will be limited for the time being. The infamous Lucille's car hops aren't ready to fully retire just yet, though. You can still get that convenient curbside service, order through Chow Now, give them a call, or order from one of their helpful car hops. That's Lucille's Roadhouse in Weatherford, open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
What kind of person are you looking for in your county sheriff? We need a hardworking family man that will bring a positive attitude and image to the sheriff's office. And Dan Day is the man. Dan will open the lines of communication to the commissioners, excise board, and the people of Custer County. Dan plans to establish a field office in Weatherford, have a transparent budget, and spend more time out in the county patrol. Dan has a practical approach to government and leadership, and the business experience to get the job done. Dan Day, your choice for Custer County Sheriff. Vote Dan Day on June 30th.
Paid for by friends of Dan Day for sheriff.
Morton Buildings has been constructing wood frame metal buildings in this area for over 50 years. We focus on quality materials and craftsmanship designed to offer the best value for this truly lifetime investment. We confidently back our buildings with the best non-prorated warranty in the industry. If you're planning a project or need ideas, visit our website at mortonbuildings.com. You can also call our office in Clinton at 580-323-1172 for more information.
It's time for today's Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. Blake Badgett and nurse practitioners Stephanie Yoder and Tasha Robinson. Dr. Badgett, tell us about the symptoms of coronavirus.
The symptoms typically are going to be something like a common cold, and that's the problem. Coughing and fever and shortness of breath. So those symptoms are very similar to what we're currently seeing with the flu, which is making it a little bit more difficult to determine who has it, who doesn't.
And if someone needs to be tested, how does that work?
They will go through a questionnaire. Once that's been completed, then phone calls are placed to the state health department. Nasal swabs and oral swabs are recommended, and those will be sent off to the state health department where the COVID-19 testing will be run. And that patient will remain in quarantine for 14 days or until the test comes back and shows it's negative.
And Dr. Badgett, what's the best way to prevent it?
It's kind of common sense, and we've kind of migrated away from that. It seems like literally just washing our hands and staying home from work when you're sick. And those are going to be things that are all going to be real important to help prevent the spread of this.
If you're concerned about the coronavirus, contact your family physician or Dr. Blake Badgett, nurse practitioner Stephanie Yoder, or Tasha Robinson.
Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
That! Man, that thing was huge! I think he was big enough to boat.
I'm calling SWAT!
SWAT Pest Control, how can I help you?
I'm out of breath. My God. We have bugs. Big bugs. Spiders. My yard needs to be sprayed too.
Okay, sir, we can help.
Call 580-623-SWAT. That's 580-623-SWAT.
Support your hometown businesses. The gang at Deer Creek Market of Hydro are going out of their way to offer their customers continued great, friendly service while maintaining a safe environment for their customers' grocery shopping. Call them and they will grocery shop for you and meet you at the curb. They also deliver. They still offer an outstanding meat market and deli, as well as Hunt's Brothers Pizza, whole or by the slice, spicy or regular wings. Shop downtown, shop safe, Deer Creek Market and Hydro, where they spoil you with service and savings.
Hey Brooklyn, what does integrity mean? Well, Carson, it means that someone is honest and has good morals. Oh, well that explains why people keep saying that Papa has integrity. Sounds just like him. It sure does. He's definitely a man that means what he says and keeps his word. He would be an amazing county commissioner. He'd be the best. Vote for our Papa, Carl Bailey, for Custer County Commissioner for District 2 on Tuesday, June 30th.
Paid for by Friends for Bailey for County Commissioner 2020.
Mornings with Van and John.
Good morning. 8:24. It's Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse. Haley Kliewer joining us of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce.
That's me.
Looking beautiful and floral today.
Oh,
like
thank you.
So,
before we go on, I have to mention the Thomas Pool opens sometime.
Monday.
Is that what it said?
Yes.
Did you read it? Okay, good.
So,
Someone
yes.
said, we're yelling at all the people that are closing their pools.
We weren't yelling.
Weatherford.
We were not yelling. We were just trying to let people know if you're a parent, that's important. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my son has already asked when we can go swimming.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I know.
Like I said,
well,
I
not
only
in
need
Weatherford.
I only need one. I only need one within like a 20-mile radius, please. So now there's two.
Yeah, Hydro and Thomas.
For me, because I live in Weatherford. Now I don't know about. Hopefully Clinton opens for.
And I don't know. I don't think you can buy a pool right now either.
It's a struggle.
You can't?
Oh yeah, Walmart's. They're out. They're sold out. Every time we turn around.
Great, we're all gonna die of heat exhaustion. Great.
They're having a harder time keeping pools in stock than toilet paper right now.
And and also deep freezes. I've heard too.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't buy a deep freeze anymore.
You need one? I got one.
Not within a 200-mile radius. Well, you could probably make some money,
Make
John.
a good deal on it.
You could sell it for 3 times more than it's worth, and someone will pay it.
Don't do that.
Why not?
No.
He needs the money. He's got 3 kids.
We can just.
I understand that.
We've got 2 of them, but this one. The only reason
Or
we have
you
the other
mean
one-
keep your deep freeze? You mean he needs to keep his deep freeze?
That's right. You never know. Well, no. She said don't gouge somebody. is what
Just
she
don't
said.
gouge. You can raise it a little bit.
See, some people have ethics.
If you-
all right.
Some people need money. all
I
right?
understand, but just because you need money doesn't mean you overcharge somebody 3 times, 4 times the value.
We just talked about hamburger meat.
People like you are going to be
Supply
very
and
hot in the
demand.
afterlife. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Supply and demand. It's not just me.
Yes. It is. It's illegal. It's price gouging.
Eggs and issues. I hear that's coming up.
It's through
Zoom
Zoom.
style, right?
Yes. Brent Howard is going to be.
What's that mean? What's eggs and what?
So bring your eggs, BYOE. Bring your own eggs and get on a Zoom meeting.
Usually we have a breakfast and bring in the state reps and
okay.
And the state senator and kind of let them give an update of what's going on at the state capitol. And we're going to do it through Zoom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
That's the new way.
That's the new way.
The new way.
Yeah, that's well. You gotta eat breakfast because you can just make your own, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would you ask them right now if you'd ask them a question? What's your
What's
your pressing concern with our state legislature?
We just ask because we always have to interview him, so
Their veto pins.
we'd like to know what you want to know.
The governor's veto happy right now. He just did another couple of them.
Yeah. What with what?
I don't even remember. He did sign they just passed through. Did you see that? Where they're wanting to keep, this is so not, whatever. They're keeping the liquor stores wanting to keep their delivery and curbside options available. So they just put some legislation through like that, and they're wanting to raise grocery store alcohol levels. Of course, I remember the alcohol ones. They're wanting to raise grocery store alcohol levels to 15% instead of 8.9.
I thought it was taxes at first. I was like, what?
No.
15% in taxes.
The alcohol content they want to raise.
Get those cigarettes then.
That's right. Be good. Anyway, so what's going on, Miss Haley? So the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce, normally this time, I think we were like our 10th movie in the park by now, or we were getting ready for Route 66 nights, or lots of fun things. I think at some point you had us working out downtown. That used to be a thing.
Yeah.
Working out in the middle of the street. That's terrible.
It's not.
So what's the new norm?
Haley works out a lot now, like 5 o'clock in the morning too.
Yeah.
Really?
Crazy.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, to each their own. I'm not here to judge anybody for their lifestyle
Live in the
choices.
country also. Keep that in
You
mind.
were
She lives in the
secretly
country.
judging me.
No.
I mean, that was very obvious.
No.
We're just jealous that we don't do such a thing.
Do you is my point, I guess. You do whatever. But no, what's the plans? I mean, is this the new norm, or are we allowed to shut down Main Street again, or do we have to be in our cars doing a parade every time?
We're hoping by August we'll be able to shut down Main Street and do the Route 66 nights again.
Yeah.
We worked with the Church of Christ and did a movie in their parking lot. And so, that's something we're still looking into, maybe getting some sponsors. The problem is everybody's tight. Everybody's having a hard time. So
Yeah, money's tight.
it's,
And not only is money tight, we don't know how long it's going to be tight.
we don't know how long it's going to be tight. So it's hard to go to people and ask them to sponsor a movie.
Yeah.
When they don't know what next week's going to bring. So we're
Right.
just trying to, encourage people to go shop local, to go eat local,
We're talking to
just
Weatherford.
get out and support the businesses that
Right.
support you when you're doing your fundraisers.
We're talking to Weatherford Athletic Director Reagan Roof, head football coach also, and they have their golf tournament coming up, and he said the same thing. He's like, this year we're not even going to go ask people to sponsor holes or anything.
Yeah.
We're just going to use last year's signs, and it's just not that time of year.
Just not that time of year. And you got to respect that. I mean, when things are good, they jump on everything to help our business, to help our community out. And so, when times are hard, we need to step up and help them out.
Right.
So.
No, you're exactly right. So, but at least there's a future. At least it's not like, oh, we're never going to be able to do that again, and we say that it's a very fluid situation. Who knows what life's going to bring?
Yeah, well, like what we were talking about earlier, we don't know what the new normal is.
No.
And so we're all just trying to figure it out together.
Am I going to get a COVID test update for the rest of my life every day? Is that like the next 5 years? You know what I mean? Like at what point do they stop doing that? Is in September during flu season? Are we gonna get flu updates? Is that going to be a thing? As well as COVID updates, or is it? No, I don't know. It's definitely different. So what have you heard? Businesses being reopened, and what have they been doing, and has it been working? I guess.
As far as I know, everybody's happy to be open.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of them have new hours. A lot of them have restrictions. You can only have so many people in the store. But I think people are excited to be out. Like you said, people are stir crazy.
Yes, want to get out of the house for whatever reason possible. And there's plenty of options. I know you're talking about downtown. That's what we were like, because before you'd never be able to drive down Main Street without seeing people walking up and down downtown. And if I even talked about Kiwanis, right?
They certainly weren't wearing face masks.
No.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. That's just part of our lives now. And people used to do it. Maybe they were sick or they had a compromised immune system, and so the flu, anything. And so you might see like one or two ever.
Yeah.
And be like, oh gosh, they're sick or something. But now it's so weird to me. It's like, oh, this is it. This is a normal thing to be walking around. Like we have SARS around here or something.
But is it? I mean, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
it's normal. I mean, it's just
I don't think so.
But is it normal for a short period? Is it normal for life? Is the handshake?
I mean, I have one
going
now.
by the way inside? Is everybody just gonna fist bump?
I might as well use it. I have one.
The handshake's gone. And back to the mask. I think I haven't worn it in the store yet. I haven't worn it anywhere unless I was required to.
Let me tell you this. I worked at the Lucky Star Casino last Friday, and so they encourage you to wear your mask, and so I wore it. And I have a mask that was made for me, and I was not suffering like everybody else. So don't think that it is anything like those masks that you just get out of the box. It is completely different than that.
Right, but I don't care. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. I don't care.
It was manageable.
I'm going to go into a grocery store, and I'm not, unless they tell me I have to. I'm not putting on a mask unless I'm told I have to.
Plus, I'm not checking my nose. I'm not checking my teeth. It's all covered up.
I respect the business and the business owner for doing what they think is best, and if they require you to do it, then that's on them, and I'll abide by their rules. But I'm not until you. There's no way you're not. I don't have a mask on right now. I'm not going to wear a mask when I go into a grocery store, when I go shopping, or when I go eat at a restaurant. I'm not doing any of that.
Like I say, if you want to see who is what, like political party wise, just go to the department store.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you go to the department store, you can tell. You're like, oh, I don't know that one. It's Republican. Huh, I did not know that.
What do you mean? What makes you Republican?
Oh, a Democrat. I had no idea. I thought he was a Republican.
So who does what?
So the Democrats do not. The Democrats wear a mask and the Republicans don't.
Oh, that's not
now,
true.
unless they have like a compromised immune system, a little different there.
That's not
and
true.
some that are older,
That's not true.
It may not be true, but
Stop it.
No, it's pretty accurate. You're on Facebook, right?
I think we also need to remember that we need to respect everybody's choices.
That's right. You're right. There's no judgment.
And
no judgment.
And I think that's kind of gone by the wayside.
But it's hard to respect your choices when you're taking away my rights.
Well, I'm not
That's
getting
where I get
mad
lost with
if
that.
I see you with a mask on, and I'm not getting mad if you don't have a mask on. I'll just say that.
It's kind of like, when did we stop washing our hands? When did that become an issue? It's kind of like, when did we stop being nice to people? When did we stop respecting people? When, and that's what I've learned, that we've learned to respect boundaries a little more through this process.
True. Like big boundaries. Sometimes I have accidentally gone in someone's bubble.
Right.
I've been bad about that, and I hate that. At first, I was freaking out. I'm like, oh, but then now I've been around people, so I walk by someone and I'm too close, and you can tell they're like, ah. Like, oh, dang.
Well, it's like if you do go to Walmart, it's like it's a weird feeling, or United or anywhere, because it's like you don't want to make eye contact, you don't want to upset anybody.
Exactly.
You don't want.
I do the same thing. I'm like, why won't I look at people? If I look at them, it doesn't mean I'm going to give them COVID. Why am I not even looking at them?
And I love this because I'm not a hugger, touchy, feely type person.
Yeah.
And so people are like trying to hug me, and I'm like, you can't.
No hugging.
This is great. This is right up my alley.
But can you both feel like you're uncomfortable to look at people or to talk to people?
No, I'm not uncomfortable, but you can just tell like the vibe is different.
The vibe is different.
When you go into public.
You're on a mission. You get in there and you get your stuff and you get out. We're not
Listen.
there to visit or mingle or.
I need to get y'all's medical cards.
Shake hands.
And experience Walmart. The vibe is much better.
No, I was in there this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
It's different. Well, it's hard to talk too with the mask on. Believe me, I had to do a remote. I was like, can you hear me through this mask with the microphone?
You could.
Yeah.
You could hear
I
just
was
fine.
hoping you could hear. Yeah.
Well, very good. What do you think
What
else
are we
going on?
watching?
Chamber? Yeah.
What is this?
We're watching YouTube.
Sounds exciting.
I have a 5-year-old in here.
What is what's on the video? Is it good?
That's 2 girls talking.
Oh.
And they're going to save the day.
Nice.
And they're on an airplane now.
Nice.
All right. Well, there you go. That's what we come to. Well, Haley, have we missed anything? Is there chamber-wise news, some breaking story that we should be?
We are hoping to start back with our community coffees next month.
All right.
It's real weird
It'll
because
be a bigger circle, though.
It's going to be bigger. And, it's real weird. When this all started, I was telling somebody the other day, I was in Oklahoma City at a stock show. And how it changed in a week and, a month. And at that time, there were so many rumors going around. And it's just crazy to think that was March. And
martial law was a rumor around here. I made one guy pretty mad here at the station because he's like, no, nothing says there's going to be martial law. I remember that. He got pretty irritated. You never know, though, right?
You
For
don't
the
know.
unknown.
Well, there was rumors going around that I-40 was going to be shut down.
That's
and I was
right.
like, how am I going to get home? Like, I will get to my house.
Close the county.
I must be home.
And
Yes.
so,
Well,
I mean, your mask thing, it's kind of like martial law, isn't it?
no, not at all. Thank you so much for coming in, Haley.
Thanks for having me.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, hopefully this fall we can start having some events again. I sure miss them.
Hopefully we'll get that figured out.
Yes.
Yeah, until we start getting sick again and we close everything again.
I know. That we'll see what happens, I guess.
Lefties.
Take it one day at a time.
I thought it wasn't a political thing.
You want to close everything is.
Thanks for coming in, Haley.
Thanks for having me.
You may not ever want to come in again, but thank you.
You can get me once a month.
Conversation Corner is brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse.
The new Van and John show is sponsored by Shepherd